This is Dr. Keith Tong, Doctor of Natural Medicine, tuning in from all over the world. And today's topic I want to talk to you about is finding your roadmap to success based on the hidden secrets that's held inside your birthday. Now, some people would say this is numerology. Yes, in some extent. But I'm using this, I call this numerology 2.0 because it's based on I-Ching principle, secrets that was held away from the main public, and it was only kept to the Chinese emperor and to the high officials in China. So I've taken a year to learn this because it applies to what I'm doing right now, because your numbers, each number represents an element, and each element out there represents certain organs of the body. So what I'm talking to you right now is very, very basic. I don't want to overwhelm you with the amount of information. So let's just figure out how to figure out what your numbers are, what your strengths are, what your gifts are, and also look at some of the weaknesses which are held inside your missing numbers that you can focus on. So I'm just going to start with a random birthday. I'm going to go February the 15th, so I always go with the date first. And then the year, let's just pick a year, 1983. So I've always started something called the inverted triangle. It's an upside down triangle. You go like this. Now when you draw your triangle, you always have to make sure that the corners are intact, number one. Number two, it's not recommended you do this after, believe it's 10 p.m. at nighttime when you're reading other people's numbers. So when you're calculating this number, there's two criteria you have to ask. One, if this person is born into a twin or a triplet. If so, if yes, this changes the formula. You have to add, if it's a twin, you have to add the dad's birthday on top of it and add everything together. And if it's a triplicate, you have to add the mother. Now, the other question you have to ask for this particular person is if this person was born between 11 p.m. to 11:59 p.m. If the answer is yes, then you have to change that date from 15 to 16. You have to push it for 1 extra day. But let's just assume for the sake that this person is actually born February 15th, he does not meet these criteria. So we'll go with this. Now, what I learned with the I-Ching principle, we focus on the numbers of 1 through 9. Each of these numbers represents a specific character of us that we all have in each every one of us. The numerology, the ones that we learn, is just our main number. But we all have numbers that represents us. We have a little bit of everything. Otherwise, you'll just be too one-sided and you not focus on the other. That's not a complete person, right? So let's go ahead and calculate this, okay? So Shui principle or I-Ching principle is we focus on 1 to 9, and we only use single-digit numbers. So if you have a double-digit number that you add together, you have to add those two numbers together till it becomes a single digit. Now I'll use an example right now. So 1 plus 5 is equal to 6. 0 plus 2 is equal to 2. 9 plus 1 is equal to 1. 8 plus 3, okay, is an 11, right? So you have to add this together. 1 plus 1 equals to 2, right? So this is a 2. Next, we go to the second line. 6 plus 2 is 8. And 2 plus 1 is equal to 3. Now we're going to proceed to the last number to find the main numbers. 8 plus 3 is equal to 11, so this person is a 2. So this particular person's main number is number 2. But the other thing that we need to focus on are the star corner 6 and star corner 2. Notice the double 2s here as well. So this person have a tendency, well, number 2, okay, let's start with number 2, main number. Number 2 person can talk. They're a money-making machine with their mouth. They will tell you what they want just to get what they want because you would like to hear what they say. That's kind of ironic, but they are really good. They have the gift of the gab. They love talking. Other number to notice here is number 6, and number 6 is actually a wealth number. If you draw this number 6 here, this number here, this is like an 10 that is closest to the universe. So this number attracts wealth. So whatever they feel like they're tight or they're short of cash, for some reason money will land on their lap as well. In addition to with a number 6, this person is very, let's just say, holds a lot of wisdom, a lot of intuition. Okay, the very important thing about this number 6 as well is they have very high standards. So what they have to watch out for is that they have a tendency, if you're running on a low frequency, not to push those high standards to your loved ones, because it could be too much. Now, as for number 2, you have a tendency to talk a lot and stuff like that, but if you're in low frequency mode, which means low self-esteem, lower self, often you may miss opportunities. So you got to be really careful of that as well too. Okay. But this is what I've been studying. This is what I'm going to continue to do, just to help people and how to help people figure themselves. At the end of the day, we want our life to become better and better. That's the whole objective. Now let's talk about the weaknesses. The weaknesses are the missing numbers that are in this inverted triangle. And these weaknesses are something that oftentimes we don't are aware of, and it's happening subconsciously speaking. And what we want to do is to build awareness so that we can try to improve on that as well too. So how to calculate the missing numbers is you have to find out what are the numbers that are not in this inverted triangle. So for example, the missing numbers of this particular person or this particular birthday, I'm not trying to name anybody, whoever it is, hopefully it's not anybody, but anyways, we have a 1, we have a 2, we have a 3, we are missing a 4, we are missing a 5, we have a 6, and we're missing a 7, and we are missing a 9. So what are these missing numbers and what do they represent? Okay, let's just go through each of the individual number. Number 4, people that are missing number 4 often lack self-control and don't learn from their mistake. Number 4 is actually about control, information, and learning. In addition, with a number 4, you may find yourself sometimes having short-term memory loss, where an example is like, where do I put my coffee? Where do I put my keys? I'm missing a number 4, so I'm aligned with this one, okay? Okay, next number is missing number 5. So people that are missing number 5 lack direction, so they have a tendency of making the wrong decisions most times. Often. In addition to that, people with missing number 5 has a tendency to listen to their friends more versus their family members. And then when they come to the family members, say, oh, this person said this and said that, and then they're going to come around and says, well, I said that to you too. Why didn't you listen to me? So that's the person with a number 5. Missing number 7. Missing number 7 is this person. Okay, so a number 7 represents lucky 7, but this is a benefactor number. So if you're missing number 7, means you're a benefactor to others. You are tough and you refuse to admit defeat easily, and you don't compromise, and you're not willing to seek help. One particular thing that women that are lacking a number 7 will tend to exhibit, female traits, but will have male-like characteristics. Okay. So, something to be aware of. And finally, number 9. People that are missing number 9, how should I explain this? Missing number 9 people are, let's just use an example. So you're taking out the garbage, right? And then manager doesn't happen to be there, right? But for some reason, the office is clean, but this other person comes in at maybe about 5 minutes later, right? And then the manager comes in 15 minutes later. But you cleaned that office. But unfortunately, the manager gives recognition to party B versus yourself. So you lack that recognition. Number 9 is a very important number to have. You want to try to attain that and get that back. Because as you age more, you'll have a tendency to feel more grievances. So something that you want to be aware of, okay, people that are missing number 9. So this is just the beginning, the basic foundations that I want to talk about. One thing, there's also this number here. This is a destined dream number. Okay, how to calculate your destined dream number? Basically, destined dream is your subconscious, what you want to try to be. So to come to your destined dream number, you have to add these star coordinates number together. So 6 plus 2 is 8. 8 plus 2 is 10. So it's 10, right? 1 plus 0 is equal to 1. So this particular person, destined dream number is a 1. So his wish is to become a leader. That's his ultimate goal. That's his ultimate dream. This is 30 times more powerful than the inverted triangle. Anyways, that's it for now. I don't want to be overwhelming you too much. Stay tuned for more. This is Dr. Keith. Please follow this page or follow me. Leave a comment. We'll talk to you later. Bye.